Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Monday, April 27, 2015. The question bar is open, folks. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. It will be my pleasure to answer them. On the markets today, folks, we have the main headlines is again Greece. What's happening there is that the finance ministers of the Eurozone are discussing a plan B if ever the reforms that are laid out by Greece are not sufficient enough. However, Greece actually met European ministers halfway because the Greek government actually changed its negotiators team. So the negotiators that they're sending will probably be people who will be more willing to accept compromise and be able to find a common ground between the Eurozone finance ministers and the Greek government, which doesn't want to have the important austerity measures that have been applied to the Greek government for the last years. So this has created so far though a slight rally among gold. If we take a look here, gold surged, rebounded, tested its resistance after being in an oversold situation. This is why those of you who bought HGD around this area last week, it was important to actually cash in on HGD. So this rebound though just bring the gold sector within a sideways formation. Don't forget that tonight we're gonna have Barrick Gold that will release their earnings. We have Barrick Gold here that is actually on the verge of potentially starting a breakout. It's a stock that we put on the list on the MarketGurus.tv of the stocks that should be watched for an eventual breakout. So Barrick Gold could be next in the line. There are also other stocks though in the gold sector, such as CGG on the TSX, higher than 215, 213. That would be a go. Other stocks also like Nova Gold Resources that could break out higher than 542. But however though, even if there's some tensions with Greece, even if there's some buyers are getting into the gold sector, so far the sector is not confirming at all a takeoff. There's only opportunities to put some stocks on your watch list on the gold sector. So be aware though that you should not buy the gold sector. What we said last week in our weekend review that we published on our Facebook that makes the summary of the week is that wait for a clearer cycle on the gold sector before opening new positions. And so far we don't have any new cycle confirmed yet. But if Barrick Gold has positive earnings, if there are some tensions again concerning Greece, if there's again some fears concerning a possible exit of Greece and the Eurozone, those will be two catalysts that could allow the sector to go up. But so far, it's not the case. So put some stocks on your watch list: CGG, Barry Gold, NG on the TSX, and watch them if ever there's a confirmation of a breakout. Another sector to be watched is the gold sector. We have oil that remains neutral. However, natural gas makes a new low. So those of you who want to buy HND, good job there. I think it's a great opportunity for swing traders as well. Look at HND, how it's performing pretty well. So HND, it's a clear buy, clearly breaking an important resistance also on a yearly basis. So it's a go on HND with natural gas that's making a new low. And for energy stocks, we have some weakness right now, but energy stocks so far remain stocks that you should continue to hold on to because the sector still remains neutral. And this is why we have the TSX that remains totally neutral, because the increase on the gold sector is counterbalanced by the decline among the energy sector, even if the sector remains neutral. And the financial sector so far has some slight weakness and remains neutral as well. So we're going to take a look at some questions here. We have one from Michelle asking about TRZ.B. Is it a good entry point for TRZ.B? Well, TRZ.B, Michelle, still within a downward trend, right? Overbought right now. So for me, it just made its first cycle until that downward trend. With this overbought situation, Michelle, with this 100-day moving average that's there, I think what it'd be good to see is to see can the stock stabilize. The good thing is that it has to be watched though, because you have the 10-day moving average, which is almost crossing the 30-day moving average, which will be a clear bullish signal. But I believe that we're due right now more for a stabilization phase between $7 and $6.50. I would not get in right now on Transat because with this overbought situation and with the volumes here that are starting to decline, I think the stock could even go further down. So this is why I'd like to see a clearer stabilization phase, and then in the second movement higher than $7, I will feel more comfortable to get in. The good thing is that it already made a first rally, and the 10 is about to cross the 30-day moving average, but it's not a buy for now. Okay. So I just want to continue here. There's a lot of stocks in the Chinese sector, Chinese stocks that are going up today. Goldman Sachs made a statement saying that a lot of companies are underexposed to China. And so there's some room to go for the rally to continue. Now, if we continue here, I'm just going to show you some stocks out of the list that we publish on marketgurus.tv that you can have access for free for 10 days. There's some stocks like DANG, which pursues its rally, stocks like Cunard Cayman Island, Tuniu also as well, which pursues its rally, Xi'an Fashion. So Chinese stocks remain active. If you want the full list, it's all on marketgurus.tv. Now, Xtrader, should you buy HVU? Well, there's no need to buy HVU right now. Xtrader, right? So far, HVU still maintain its downward trend. We have the SPY here that is so far at its top. So there's definitely no investors protection. Investors are not buying puts. They're not protecting themselves that much. Yes, we're overbought, but look, even if you buy HVU, look, the SPY remains within an important upward trend there, right? And the 10 days still remain above the 30-day moving average. So we do not see at all anything that seems to indicate that investors are nervous. Yes, there's the Greek situation that's going on there, but so far for the American companies, with the companies that are able to beat estimates, investors are saying, you know, the US economy is not that bad, so why should we be protecting ourselves that much? So to buy HV right now, Xtrader, I don't think it's appropriate. I think as long as we don't have the SPY on New York that doesn't go above 208, 207, 5 points, there's no need to buy HVU. With this overbought situation, can we have a correction? Yes, we could have a correction until 207 points, right? But will HVU give you enough percentage on that? So I think right now there's more sectors on New York that are in a bullish cycle. If we take a look at this situation here on marketgurus.tv, look, in terms of the sectors that are in a bullish cycle, there are 4 sectors in a bullish cycle, 5 that are neutral. So if we have right now more sectors that are either starting to be in the bearish cycle, I think HVU could be interesting. But when we have 4 sectors out of 10 that are in a bullish cycle, we see that investors so far are more neutral because there are more neutral sectors, but still they're not as bearish because there's still 4 sectors in a bullish cycle. So for those reasons, HVU for me would not be a go. Why would a good stock like TOG go down in good acquisitions news today? Well, it's going down because they announced also a bought deal, so they're issuing some shares. So this is one of the reasons why. But so far, yes, you're right. It's a good stock. The stock is so far staying within a clear, interesting situation in the triangle formation. I think with this bought deal financing, there's some fears that the stock is going to be slightly diluted. Right now for TOG, I think the buying point is going to be at 11.15, right? Because look, it will also reverse an important downward trend. So that will be definitely interesting, higher than 11.15. So I think what you should see on that news with the bought deal financing, there's some selling pressure. It's normal. They're buying they buy also some assets, so some cash out of the company. It's kind of normal. Now we need to see, can their production in the next quarter or so, can it be sustained? Can they reach their production guidance? Because they also increase their production guidance. And I think if we have this momentum that can be built up with the production, I think we might see another wave of buyers coming in on TOG. Technically speaking, 11.15 will be a go on a stock like that. But the reason it's going down, it's the bought deal financing. And of course, because they bought some assets, they're putting some cash out of the company. So that's why the stock is slightly going down. But there's no clear-cut reasons. Usually when a stock goes down, those could be one of the reasons that I've mentioned, but there's also some other factors. Sometimes the company acquire an asset and you see a lot of buyers go into this company. So it's not black and white, right? But if you stay technical, I think a stock like TOG 11.15, that would be the go on a stock like that. Now, Jules, you bought BIR. So you bought BIR at 822, right around this area. On the Globe and Mail, it's listed as one of the most overbought stocks on the TSX. Curtis explained this relative weakness on Berkcliff Energy. What do you think? Thanks. Well, first of all, Berkcliff Energy, it's a stock that we do have among our analyst choice portfolio on marketgurus.tv. It's a stock that we're still holding on to, and I'm going to give you the full explanation in the next segment.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
So welcome back, folks. There's some to finish here with Jules. So Jules, yes, that could be one of the reasons the stock is overbought. You read it in the Globe and Mail. We have not read it in the Globe and Mail that the stock is overbought, but we felt comfortable in recommending a stock like Berkcliff Energy. Why Berkcliff Energy? It's because when we recommended that stock as a buy, it was here on April 23rd. The energy sector on the Canadian side was still within a neutral cycle, right? On marketgurus.tv, we also had enough exposure on the energy sector. We had some ETF like HEU and ERX also in our analyst shares portfolio. So for Berkcliff Energy, we were comfortable to recommend that stock because the sector was still neutral and that stock was slightly breaking out. So if the sector could confirm a bullish cycle, that stock would have been explosive. Right now we have a correction, but it's a correction that we're willing to tolerate. As long as Berkeley Energy doesn't go below 765, 768, we're gonna still hold on to that positions. The thing is that Berkeley right now is reaching a top that it has reached here. So that could be the point that could propel the stock higher if ever we have a new wave of buyers coming in. I think the fact that we have reached this top here of February 2015 on Berkeley, it's normal that we see an overbought situation, that investors are kind of patient before buying again on that stock. So for me, this neutral formation is worth to tolerate. It's worth to hold. You had a good entry point. Hold on to it as long as the stock stays above 766, because the stock still maintains its upward trend on Berkeley Energy, and we still hold on to that positions on MarketGurus.tv. If you have MarketGurus.tv, we want to make the call if ever we're going to close or take some profit on that positions. And one thing you can do on MarketGurus.tv is there's a system here where you can actually put the stocks to be monitored, and whenever there's a call on that stock, you'll hear it. So Banque Nationale here has a question: shall I keep HEU? HEU paid last week at 439. Wow, you bought at the top. Okay, so you bought within this sideways formation. Okay, I understand your trade. So within the sideways formation, should you keep it? Yes, you should keep it. The ETF still maintains its upward trend, right? It's a good strategy. You followed our advice because that's what we said, but we already had exposure on our analyst shares portfolio. This is why we decided to not over increase our exposure on HEU. So as long as HEU stays above 416, which corresponds to that resistance of December 2014 and February 2015, you hold on to it. So it's a hold on HEU as long as it remains above 416. There's some weakness in the energy sector, so your stock, your ETF is taking a hit, but it's worth to hold on to. We still hold on. We still have that positions in our portfolio on MarketGurus.tv, so there's no need to panic and close that ETF. You should keep it. Now, you bought HGU at 615. Okay, Dan, 615. Exit point at 640. Okay. Should I keep for longer? Well, you should keep it at least to see, at least this week. Wednesday, we have the FOMC announcement that might create some volatility on gold. Positive or negative, we don't know. We also have the Greek situation that will continue to go this week. This will create also some volatility. We also have Barrick Gold and several other companies that will release their earnings this week. So if ever we have good earnings there, that will also be positive for HGU. I think you should keep it. Longer, I don't know how you defined longer, but you should continue to keep it. The good thing that you did, Dan, is that you bought at 615, you took some profit at 640. So good job there. You minimize your risk. And HGU, it's still worth to hold as long as the ETF stays above 583, which corresponds to that support. So you're just building up your long positions. If ever we have a new bullish cycle in the gold sector and HGU goes above 650, that might be an opportunity to slightly increase your exposure again on that ETF for a target of 750. But as I said, it would all depend on the earnings, and it would all depend also on the Greek situation. If ever we have good earnings and a worsening Greek situation, your positions in HGU might definitely pay it off. But so far we have gold that just testing its resistance, and it's still unable to break it. So you also have to monitor what's happening with GLD as well. And I cannot say that you should hold on to it longer, because the gold situation is kind of complicated recently with the central banks that are keeping their loose monetary policies, but inflation is just not spiking up yet. So investors have no need to continue to buy gold, which is an inflation hedger. Now, for the best day trade of the day, it's SLW. It's actually has been the most active silver stocks today. We had 3 entry points, and why we recommended that is because today on the gold sector and the silver sector, we believe that the best strategy is to day trade, and SLW is actually the best day trade that we find in the sector. And so far, as I said, for swing tradings, it's a no-go. You have to put some stocks on your watch list in the gold sector, and I gave you the catalyst that could allow the sector to start a bullish cycle, but it's a no-go today for swing trading. I don't even have stocks to show you though for the best swing trading opportunity, because what we're doing mostly is hold on to most of our positions, closing only the positions that are breaking their support or reversing the upward trend in our analyst shorts portfolio on marketgurus.tv. So I'll answer the other questions tomorrow. And thank you folks for being there, for asking your questions. And I wish you all a good trading.